Episode 5: The Pioneer of Internal Combustion Engines, Part 1. One day in 1863, the Dover Strait, located between France and England, under a clear and beautiful sky, a white and elegant passenger ship was traveling from England to France. The ship was powered by a steam engine, and thick smoke billowed from the large smokestack in the middle of the ship. A man standing at the stern, watching the smokestack, turned toward England, lost in thought. This man was Gottlieb Wilhelm Daimler, a 29-year-old with a strong and determined appearance, and eyes that gleamed with ambition. He was on his way back to his homeland, Germany. After spending 2 years in England studying and researching technology, he was now convinced that it was time to create his own engine. His goal was firmly set in his mind: to create a more efficient and powerful engine that would surpass the steam engines of Grafensteden, where he had once worked, as well as the gas engines developed by the Frenchman Jean-Joseph Etienne Lenore. He was confident that once his engine was complete, the whole world would take notice, and he moved forward toward this new challenge. Leaving his time in England behind, he was now ready to realize his dream in Germany. Gottlieb Daimler, the founder of Daimler Motors, was born in the small German town of Stondorf as the son of Johannes, who was a fourth-generation baker. Growing up in a wealthy family, he had access to various machines from an early age. Daimler enjoyed taking them apart and repairing them, which led him to attend a technical school to study machinery. In 1848, at the age of 14, Europe was in turmoil due to events such as the French February Revolution, the British Chartist movement, the German Revolution, the Italian Unification movement, and the independence movements in Poland, Hungary, Bohemia, and Denmark. As the demand for weapons increased, Daimler's father arranged for him to begin an apprenticeship in firearms manufacturing. After completing his apprenticeship in 1852, Daimler studied for 2 years at a technical school in Stuttgart, before joining the Grafensteden Company in the Alsace region of France, where he worked on railway vehicles and steam-powered machines. One day, Daimler realized that his theoretical knowledge of machinery was insufficient, which led him to decide to leave the company. The Grafensteden Company recognized Daimler's talent and offered him a continued position, but he chose to resign in 1856. He then spent 2 more years studying in Stuttgart, Germany, before returning to his former workplace, Grafensteden. Believing that there must be an engine more powerful and efficient than the steam engine, Daimler argued against the inefficiencies of steam engines in 1860 and proposed the development of an alternative engine. However, the company was reluctant to invest in engine development, which led Daimler to resign from Grafensteden. Later, he heard news that Jean-Joseph Etienne Lenore in France had successfully developed a practical engine by combusting a mixture of coal, gas, and air. Eager to broaden his knowledge, Daimler set out on a journey to Paris. Upon arriving in Paris, Daimler visited Etienne Lenore and saw firsthand the engine that Lenore had developed. This engine used coal gas as fuel. A mixture of coal, gas, and air was alternately supplied to small chambers at both ends of the cylinder, where an electric spark from a battery ignited the fuel, causing an explosion that moved the cylinder back and forth. As a result, The movement of the piston drove the flywheel into a vertical rotation, producing a two-stroke engine with an 18-liter capacity and an output of 2 horsepower. After seeing Lenard's engine, Daimler felt that he still had much to learn. To broaden his knowledge, he spent 2 years studying in England, which was at the forefront of engine technology at the time. After completing his studies in England, he decided to pass through France before returning to Germany. To meet Etienne and Lenard once again, who had given him great inspiration, Daimler visited his factory in Le Roquette. Lenard warmly welcomed Daimler, whom he had met only once 2 years ago. Daimler shared that he had learned and experienced a great deal in England, which had broadened his perspective. Lenard offered Daimler a seat and served him tea, and the two naturally shared updates about their lives. In 1863, Daimler was already highly skilled in the field of engines, and Lenard was also a pioneer in engine technology. Soon, the two engaged in a passionate discussion about engine technology. Daimler recounted his past experiences, recalling how he had proposed a new engine to replace the steam engine at the Grafenstaden Company, which manufactured railway vehicles but had been rejected. He expressed his ambition to create an engine that was completely different from those before, one with powerful performance. However, he had not yet decided exactly where the engine would be used. His sole goal was to develop a powerful engine. Listening to Daimler's passionate words, Lenard seemed lost in thought for a moment, then smiled and suggested that they take a walk together. Daimler was puzzled by the sudden suggestion, but followed Lenard outside the factory.